Hi there, we're on the air. This is the ED Show Fanzine number 40. Tonight we're going to have Ed Culver from California. Ed's known for his photography. A lot of people didn't know a lot of his work, and we're going to try to share some of the stuff that you've seen over the years so you know who it is. Ed's going to talk about a bunch of stuff, what's going on. We also have... hi, Dreb. Gonna have Nate Waters from The Infected, and he's gonna be calling in from Lexington, Kentucky. And we're also gonna have the one, the only Tesco Vee about 9 o'clock. So stay tuned. Let me get these videos going and get Dreb straightened out, and we'll be right on the air. So check us out on Facebook, the ED Show Fanzine.
Some violent content.
Here we go.
Discretion is advised.
Tesco Vee. The very name strikes fear in the hearts of God-fearing fucks all over the world.
We hate organized religion. We hate everything it stands for. That's why we like Jim Baker. Because he makes it look like shit. Because Christ died for absolutely nothing. Isn't it a shame? All you Christians waste all your fucking time getting your asses tired out on the wooden benches. Forget it. We'll see you in Hades.
Born out of an unholy union of Hans and Hildegard von der Hachte, Tesco was brought forth onto this earth to trash decency, contort sensibilities, and spread general mayhem over the planet.
You're trying to create hell on stage.
Reviled by many, embraced by others, Tesco's primary vehicle, the Meatmen, has always stood for one thing: evil. Extolling the virtues of drug abuse,
Now that's some good shit.
geriatric floggings, and Republican genocide.
You're despicable.
The docudrama you are about to witness will chronicle just what caused good little Bobby to go so bad. We will trace the descent into madness and the origins of what caused Tesco to metamorphosize into the malevolent, vitriolic wienerhead that he is today. Though pigeonholed with mere mortals like Gigi Allen and El Duce, Tesco has one thing those losers didn't: a grasp of the English language and a college degree. Written off as a joke band by some, the Meatmen's take on things has always been both irreverent and mean-spirited, sometimes cruel. Okay, sometimes exceedingly viciously, unnecessarily cruel. Tongue-in-cheek? Yes. Just kidding? Sometimes. Wingbags and tuna trenches. Welcome to VH1's Behind the Nonsense, the life and times of Tesco Vee and the Meatmen.
And you are there.
Tesco spent his formative years here in this modest bungalow at 1609 West Kilgore Road in Kalamazoo, Michigan, where he was forced to attend church 5 times a week. Tesco's revenge came in the form of laxative gumballs in the choir pew, hollowed out Bibles filled with dog dew, and he was kicked out of Sunday school at the age of 8 for singing
Yes, Satan loves me.
just a little bit too loud. He blew up his first snapping turtle with an M80 here in this idyllic creek bed, where he also enjoyed drinking Boone's Farm apple wine and skinny dipping with the Magerline twins. Tesco's poopy dances with little Babylon Brooks in these fairy bushes are now of legend, and it is said that prepubescents make an annual pilgrimage to this hallowed spot to reenact this genital-exposing rite of spring. In 1965, the family changed their name to Vee, due to the excessive spittle involved in simply saying Wundergehacht. Discovering Frank Zappa, Lenny Bruce, the Fugs, and Captain Beefheart, and of course his ever-growing penis, Tesco began to formulate his shtick. As he lay in bed one night, he thought to himself,
Someday I will be an enemy of society.
And I will do it with humor, goddammit.
As Tesco grew into manhood, he realized he must break free from the shackles of a Christian Reformed upbringing and become a full-blown, flame-throwing heathen. He studied the works of Aleister Crowley and Anton LaVey, realized he had a much faster pathway to hell than those posers, turning his back on established good and evil in his pursuit of the ultimate vehicle for his warped and sophomoric persona. The three-chord chariot that he would lead into battle against the forces of good was the Meatmen. From humble beginnings in 1979 in the attic of this house in East Lansing, where all the early classics like Tooling for Anus,
We're not doing for Anus.
Mr. Tapeworm, Dumping Ground, and One Down, Three to Go were penned under the influence of 6% Canadian swill. Tesco's March on Our Senses would take decades to complete. He would not feel serencified until he had offended everyone and everything. From Mr. Tapeworm to True Grit, from Pope on a Rope to Plague upon the Earth, Tesco always went for the throat.
I'm Tesco Vee. I'm the master of ceremonies. I am Satan.
You won't hear Meatmen songs on Volkswagen commercials. They're too rude, crude, and licentious. But you will hear them on the lips of every man, woman, and child with a bad side and a bent and twisted sense of humor. From the earliest days toiling with the Ramsey brothers and Mr. X, the band always strived to grab folks by the neck and force them to react. Do something for fuck's sake. Laugh, cry, get pissed, punch a wall, make love, make war.
Get off your wheelchair butts and break something, motherfuckers.
As the 80s dawned, the band veered off into cartoon and camp with War of the Superbikes. rock and roll juggernaut. The You Still Suck LP, alienating some and delighting many others. TV did a stint with a bunch of ex-cons and Tesco Vee's Hate Police before finding his most stellar lineup of losers in 1994. And he raged on for a couple more years before cashing in his doubloons and heading off on his soul-searching, globe-trotting junket. Since the demise of the 90s Men of Meat, Tesco has worn many hats as he traveled the planet. Harvesting opium in Cambodia. Reigning president of the Pink Hat Club in San Fran. Long haul trucker. Fry cook at Lansing's Hooters. Understudy for Super Dave Osborne's human cannonball trick at Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas. Harp seal pup harvester. Pyrotechnician. Charles Nelson Riley impersonator. Member of the Buttless Chaps Motorcycle Club and King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. And, pheasant haberdasher? Gay French guy? What the hell?
You guys are, okay, I want my check right now or I'm not going there. Of all the stupid things I've ever done, this takes the cake.
Because we have an iron motto. We live well, we die well. Unchained.
henchmen today, and with dudes like I'm gonna. What's up, Weenbags? Tesco Vee here, remember me? Gird your loins for a big fat bitch slap of some straight up new meat in the form of Savage Sagas. Our first platter of meaty originals in 2 decades. I'm aiming my blunderbuss of rock and roll buckshot at a bevy of new targets. And I'm sporting the most dynamic, dynamite lineup of hate-filled henchmen today. And with dudes like I'm gonna fuck you up, Wizards of the Oblivion, and Dinosaur. Pre-order April 1, street date May 27, on Self-Destructo Records. Get it?
Just a little thing I threw together last minute. Sorry if you didn't like it, but that's what I came up with. So, anyways, I'm going to be getting a hold of Tesco here in a few minutes. How are you doing, Drab?
Fine.
Can you hear
Just
yourself?
dandy.
Yeah.
Little sunburned from a day on the beach yesterday. It's nice to do that when you live here in fucking Florida. Just go to the beach, you know?
Yeah. Water was 90 degrees today over here in the Bay Area.
So how in the fuck are you, Eric?
A lot of shit going on. Trying to stay on task. It's the usual ED show, so hopefully you guys get a kick out of me fucking up or something. Who knows? Brandon, our other co-host, to be showing up. Mike and Carrie won't be here tonight. Hi, Mike and Carrie, if you're watching.
Hi, Mike. Hi, Carrie.
So, let me switch over. Hi, everybody. Here we are. So, what's going on? Anything you know of going this weekend, playing show-wise?
Fucking Hank 3.
Yeah, where's that at?
State Theater.
Oh, yeah? You
Yep.
going?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm going. I like Hank 3.
When's that, Saturday?
Saturday night. It's my sister's birthday. It's
Oh,
a
cool.
gift.
Cool.
Enjoy it, sister. You know, little sister, don't do what your big sister's done. Because it's been done already.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and give Tesco a call now. So, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
When you want to reach out and touch somebody.
Tesco. Tesco, it's the ED show. Hey, Tesco, it's the ED show Fanzine. How are you?
Hey, good. How you doing, man?
Good, man. You just got back in town, huh?
Yeah. Got back from a long drive from Providence, Rhode Island.
Wow, that's pretty far, man.
3 shows and had a great time on the East Coast and road dogged at home, and here I am, a husk of a man.
Well, we're glad to have you aboard.
Pardon me?
We said we're glad to have you on board.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we were just talking how we saw you in Tampa in the 80s. You remember playing back then here?
Oh yeah, man, back when Florida was happening. Not that it's not happening now, don't get me wrong, but it was quite the hotbed for punk back in the 80s and 90s, as you well know.
Yeah, we had a good time when you came to town.
Yeah, the Cuba Club, and yeah, man, we had some fun down there.
I can remember you handing out playing cards. Do you remember what was on those playing cards?
Naked ladies, probably.
Okay.
Or was it naked men?
I think it was naked cross-dressers.
Oh, okay, that makes perfect sense. Sounds like something I would do. I was ahead of my time. Now the trannies are all the rage.
Yeah, you knew it before Jerry Springer and Maury.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, a few of his Tampa people made it on Jerry Springer show, man.
Oh yeah.
No shit, really.
No shit.
Wow.
It was a good time for Tampa people, that's for sure.
This is Dreb, my
Being on the wild and crazy world of punk rock, or what?
Yeah. That is my co-host Dreb Hope.
Hey, Tesco, how are ya?
And Brandon just joined us too from.
How you doing, man?
Try it again.
Hey, Brandon.
Cool. Yeah.
So you're glad to be home, are ya?
What's that? You guys are you guys talking on flip phones? Because you're all
Okay, good. Here we go. Try this. I said you're glad to be home, are ya? You had a good time.
Yeah, absolutely.
How many shows?
I'd rather be out on tour, but it is what it is. I just do this band as a fun hobby and get out there and play some music and fuck shit up, and then I have to come back home and work a straight job.
How many shows did you have?
Just 3. We did a 2.5-week West Coast tour in May and early June. We got home and we played Chicago. We just doing some weekend warrior stuff. Playing the barbecue. We can talk about that on August 16th. Yeah, and then we're going. We just announced today we're playing down in Texas. We're playing in Austin, San Antonio, Dallas, and New Orleans. First time in New Orleans in like 20 years. So that's pretty cool.
Yes, very cool.
How long's it been since you've been?
We're doing those shows with the mighty Anti-Scene, so that's exciting.
Oh wow. That's pretty cool, man. How long's it been since you played with them?
We did some shows with them, I want to say a year and a half ago.
Okay.
And then unfortunately their guitar player passed away, that mighty Joe Young, so they're retooling and they got a new guy and they're breaking him. They had to cancel some shows. One of the shows we did on the East Coast in New Haven was a pickup gig for one of their gigs that they had to cancel. So then we added on the Providence's the memorial show for the Pizza Road, who was a big promoter in Providence. He did a lot for the scene up there and booked Bud Hell, and he passed away a couple of years ago with lung cancer. So we felt like we wanted to do that. And then Long Branch, New Jersey, hotbed of culture. We played at the Brighton Bar on Friday night. With that band Chaps, you ever seen those guys?
No, I haven't. Have you seen them, Brandon?
No, but I did go through the Brighton Bar. That was a decent bar. I hadn't heard of the band though.
Look them up. They have more dicks in their act than the Meatmen do. They cover themselves in dildo and perform naked, so it's quite entertaining.
Nice.
So check them out. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, I usually do 30, 40 shows a year.
You guys seem pretty busy, yeah.
Yeah, you seem pretty busy right now.
Yeah, the new album, and we're trying to pimp the shit out of that as much as we can, and thinking about doing some videos for it, and
awesome.
Yeah, so
yeah, I played
it out and beat the bushes.
I played one of the videos tonight.
Cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Where can I get your new releases at?
Get my what?
Where can you get your new releases at?
TescoVee.com. You can get everything.
Awesome.
We have vinyl. We have CDs. People still buy CDs.
Yeah.
Shockingly enough, we just burned through 50 of them in 3 shows on the East Coast. Everybody keeps proclaiming them as a dead format, but alas, people out west didn't buy them so much. People out east did. Go figure. So. Yeah, we got CDs, we got vinyl raw out of the gatefold, Blood and Cum splatter editions, but sorry about that, gang, but we do have still vinyl left, and I think the repress is going to be red or some other brilliant color, so, yeah. I'm damn proud of this release, the first album of media originals in almost 20 years, and I think it's one of the best things I've ever done.
Yeah,
humble opinion.
I really enjoyed it. I bought it, I think it was Sunday, and I played it 9 times already, man. So.
All right, that's good to hear.
Yeah, man.
I actually listen to it. I usually listen to my own records, but I have it on fairly steady rotation. Still basking in the afterglow. I'm sure I'll grow weary of it sooner or later, but yeah, it was fun. You know, I call it climbing the mountain. Making an album is like a 2-year process. It's a fuck ton of work, especially when I live 90 miles away from where we practice and record in Lansing. So I'm logging the miles, going back and forth, and practicing and recording and mixing, but it's all worthwhile when your baby pops out and it's all healthy. And there's an analogy there. I'll let it go. But anyway, I'm a proud papa.
To hear that, we got a question here. Jay Titus wants to know what you do when you have to work a straight job.
Why do I have to work a straight job?
No, he wants to know, what do you do for a living?
What do I do? What do I do? I'm in IT. Like, I do digital telephone systems, voicemails, all that kind of stuff, maintenance, installations, all sorts of crap. So for a big hospital system, so I've been doing that like 14 years. Well, actually, I've been doing it for like 30 years, off and on, mostly on, but that's what I do for a living. So it's all voice-over IP crap now. I can bore you to tears with all that, and it's real boring. They just want to slash your wrist, but it pays the bills.
I hear that.
That's why I do music, because and collect toys and ride motorcycles and all the stuff that keeps me sane and my off hours.
How big is your toy collection?
Pardon me?
I said, how big is your toy collection?
How big is it?
Yeah.
Is that Barry White asking me a question?
Yeah. No, that's just the way my voice. That's too much smoking.
It's fucking humongous. It started in the late 80s, and yeah, it's quite impressive, if I may say so myself. If you go on Instagram and follow me, Tesco Vee, and a lot of my toy collection is photographed on there, so it's a good way to see it, sort of coming over to my crib. You can just check it out on Instagram.
I gotta figure out how to do that now.
I've actually seen some of the pictures of his stuff at home. That's cool. I mean, I wish I could dedicate myself to cool stuff like that. I have stuff up all over my house, but nowhere near your collection.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I got a good woman. We 32-year anniversary. I've been married to Gerda, so she lets me do what I do, as long as the bills get paid and the house doesn't go into foreclosure. She doesn't care if I buy a pricey robot here and there and whatever. So yeah, it's fun, man. It's fun. I'm always out hitting flea markets and toy shows and wherever I can. I got buddies and we trade, and it's really a blast. You know, sometimes people bring me stuff at the shows, like in Denver. This guy brought me this Spider-Man pachinko machine. It was this giant. I don't know if you know what pachinko is. It's big in Japan. But he brought that and traded me for some stuff. Then I had to haul the thing all over the West Coast because that's what I do. But I did it. I love it when people bring stuff to trade to the shows. And a girl brought me a pair of ABBA clogs to New Orleans, like back in the 90s, and she said, I want 6 T-shirts. She had found them in the trash on the way to the concert, believe it or not. And I gave her 6 T-shirts because where are you going to find ABBA clogs? Come on. Every girl that comes over to the house has to try them on.
You got any questions out there?
Just the one.
So, what do you think your oldest toy you have in your collection is?
Oldest toy?
Yeah, you got anything?
I'd say probably from the 30s, but I don't have anything really, really old. So it's weird because people think that just because the toy is really old, it's worth more, but it's really not, because the people that played with it and collected it die off, like all the cowboy stuff. That's all going down in value because everybody that collects it kind of is dying off. So
right, you don't have anybody to buy.
I mean, most of my stuff from the 50s, 60s. That's my wheelhouse right there because that's when I was a kid. So I tend to stick with the stuff that I grew up with, like Monsters, Addams Family, Man from Uncle Boone, Hornet, a lot of robots, a lot of monster toys.
All right.
Weirdos, Nutty Ned, Ed Roth, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, Ed Roth. Yeah.
Right, think.
That's some good
all
stuff.
the Rat movie stuff.
Are you into? You said you and I talked a while back. You were talking about doing helping out your buddy the Sheik, his wrestling company.
Yeah.
You want to tell us about his company a little?
Well, it's the Almighty Sheik. It's not everybody's like the Iron Sheik or like it's the Almighty Sheik, and I'm not sure of his current affiliation. He actually is maybe retired at this juncture, but he's kind of had it. Now he's got a website where he sells records. But yeah, we were kind of pimping the wrestling, punk rock connection. I mean, people have tried to do that over the years, but we did have him at Tesco Fest, and we had a great shtick 2 years in a row. Jeff Clayton from Anti-Team was laid out by the Almighty Sheik, and it's a lot of fun. So we're going to continue to hang out with him and do stuff at live shows with him, but he's pretty much retired from wrestling now. Sadly, we stayed with him when we were in California and saw all of his belts, some of the belts that the NWA wants their belt back and he won't give it back. There's a little issue, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
You know, the belts are substantial. You definitely could kill somebody with one of them.
Do you remember Luna from wrestling? Do you remember a small chick named Luna?
Luna Vachon?
Yes, from wrestling.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Luna Vachon. She, I think she was married to Bam Bam Bigelow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did.
You were married to him.
No, she was. I wasn't. I did some wrestling with Luna for charity back in the 80s.
So you did some wrestling stuff.
We did a couple films, and we raised like about $17,000, and it was on all the news channels down here for All Children's Hospital.
I didn't know that you wrestled.
I did it in pudding, and I did it in spaghetti.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
wow.
I was the dreaded drive from Cleveland, Ohio, and I kicked fucking ass. I was.
You got footage of that, I hope?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, somewhere I did.
I haven't seen that.
And I was one of the news stations down here doing Play of the Week every Sunday night. It really pissed my mother off because I was Play of the Week.
Oh, no. That's funny.
It's like, be proud, mother, be proud.
So I saw you've got some dates coming up in Texas and New Orleans. Are you planning on doing some more dates later this year, too? Or are you planning on touring out the rest of the year for your album?
No, I'm not. That'll probably be it for this year. Mostly because I blow my vacation. I only get 4 weeks a year, so I have to kind of watch it. I can't just be out touring as much as I'd like to, but I still got a few days left. I'm saving them for possible tag teams with other bands that we when they come through and stuff like that. We don't have any more major tours planned. We still have some unfinished business on the East Coast, but I got to get back out where people are giving me shit. But
cool.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Yep. I mean, you gotta have a job at home or something to take care of. You can't be out on tour all the time. I understand that.
Yeah, exactly. But I do enjoy it very much, and I get the best bunch of guys that I could possibly want right now. So we're really looking forward to the barbecue. You know, and getting down there and playing. We're gonna have some surprises and on stage, and yeah, it's gonna be Ice-T, Body Count, Hate Breed, and the Meatmen. Go figure. That's kind of trio, eh?
Wow.
And then Goat Whore and T-Bone and
that's
a lot of
big
other
event.
bands. And the return of Guar. They're gonna carry on it. I'm sure you've read with the original Beefcake on vocals, so that's really exciting. And they're gonna have Sly Menstra and Sleazy Pete Martini are going to make their first appearance in many years on stage. So that's pretty cool.
Oh man!
And where's that going to be at again?
That's at Head Edge Water Park in Richmond, Virginia, August 16th. So one day, that's at an old school water park, and lots of crazy ass naked people, and it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Sounds like a killer show.
Well, I wanted to thank you for taking the time to do this with us. I didn't want to know if you got extra time to spare, or.
Yeah, if you got more questions, I'm free to gab. Like I said, I'm rather brain dead, but even when I'm brain dead, I'm funnier than the average guy. So I'll keep yapping if you want to keep slapping. So not a problem.
Cool. Hey, back in the 80s, did any of your releases get fucked with by the PRMC? That shit was going on. You remember that?
I do remember that, and I was really upset that we actually didn't get targeted by them, because I was really jealous that the mentors got tagged and we didn't, because, nothing against the mentors, but I was disappointed that with all of my potty mouth antics over the years, I could not raise the ire of Chipper Gore. But, and Zappa testified, one of my heroes, and it was interesting. It was actually the Democratic people that were leading this supposed campaign against the wrongs of rock and roll. But yeah, I was hoping to get that publicity. That's good. When you're in the business that I am, you're trying to get people's attention. That's why you write songs like "Crippled Children Suck" to get maximum people going, what? So if they had pulled me out and said that in front of the whole country, it would have been quite exciting. But it didn't happen. So, but anyway, it was a weird time.
We have a guy here who wants to know, do you know any German punk rock?
German punk rock?
Do I know what?
Do you know any German punk rock?
Do I know German punk rock?
Do you know any German punk rock?
Is there
yeah, I think Slime. I remember Slime. We just toured Germany in late 2012, and
that's cool.
Frankly, Germany didn't get us.
Really?
The tongue-in-cheek humor thing. The Germans might have a sense of humor, buried under layers of whatever, but the Meatmen did not resonate with the German people. In Italy, we did fine. In Switzerland, we did fine. And in Austria, we did fine. But in Germany, not so great.
Well, that's strange. Germany usually loves any kind of shit that comes out of America, that's for sure.
It seems to be a big, there's hardcore and there's punk rock.
Correct.
There's over there, it's like two separate universes. Over here in America, it's all just kind of lumped together. But over there, and the agency that booked us mostly does the tough guy hardcore, and we're not tough guy hardcore. So anyway, live and learn. We got some great. The food is delicious. The scenery is amazing. We went to the Castle Frankenstein. We visited the tourist thing. We go to Dachau and go to Vienna, and it's just like a beautiful place. But the Meatmen aren't exactly a household name over there. We're the ugly Americans on steroids, I guess.
Where did you get the name Dutch Hercules?
I just kind of made that up. I don't know where that came from. I just kind of made up Tesco Vee too. It was like, because it sounds more rock and roll than Bob Vermeulen, I guess. So that's why I had to come up with a pseudonym. Plus, I was ragging on people like TSOL and calling them sissies. And I did my fanzine. You always come up with a pen name, so I came up with Tesco Vee. Tesco's like Walmart in England, and V is just short for my last name, so that's where I came up with that. So yeah, and the Dutch Hercules, I don't know where I came up with that. My wife hates that picture, even though she took it, the one with me in my underpants and the wrestling boots and squatting in the corner of my apartment. For unknown reasons, that was the cover of that record.
That's funny.
Which is now having its 30th anniversary. I tried to get Korea Touch and Go to reissue it, but nope, not going to happen.
I think I saw you in a documentary on Touch and Go. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's the 25th anniversary thing. And some people don't really know that I started the label, but whatever. I did.
How is the Touch and Go still alive and thriving, or?
No, it's not actually. It ceased operations a few years ago. Actually, they're still putting out some back catalog releases, but they're not signing bands or doing any new stuff. It may have been just a tad late to the whole digital revolution. I don't know what happened, but they just decided to close their doors. They've always been very straight up with me. It's like a handshake deal. The only people that ever fucked them over were the Butthole Surfers.
Yeah, they even still around?
What's that?
Are the Buttholes even still around?
Yeah, I don't know. I think Gibby's doing solo stuff. I think there's some different bands that have players from that I don't know there's about. I think they do shows here and there.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Now, we got any questions on there? You got a question? We'd love to get you over here in Tampa. I mean,
I know I mentioned something to him earlier today about that too, but if they're not touring the rest of the year, I mean,
well, 2015 maybe. Yeah. Keep it in the back of your mind, Tesco.
Yeah, we'll put you on our list for next year, definitely. Like I said, got a lot of unfinished visits on the East Coast, and some of my best memories out, Florida, and
we can make some new good memories, that's for sure. It's always dear to your downs. Yes, we can make some new memories, that's for sure, and it's always dear to your down south.
That's right.
That is right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Cool. Well, thanks again. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say thanks again for doing this. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I appreciate it. I'm going to play some more of your off your new album. People want to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
Just TescoVee.com, the Meatmen at Comcast.net, my email. If you want to yell at me, tell me I'm a piece of shit, or whatever, drop me a line, tell me your old toys, order the new album. We got some groovy t-shirts. We got a 2 Down 2 to Go Beatles shirt, that's what we're selling like hotcakes. It's got glow-in-the-dark ink. You at least go to the TescoVee.com website and look at the 2 Down 2 to Go shirt. And it's our best seller. And if you got the balls, the guy in England actually ordered it. If you got the balls to wear that one to a classic rock show, then you got big stones for sure. And you got really big stones if you wear that in England. I'm sure this guy's going to get really dirty looks. But check it out, and thanks for having me.
Yeah, Tesco Vee, thanks a lot for being on the show.
Yep. Woohoo!
Cheers. Smoke a doob for you.
Right.
Have a good one, man.
Take it easy.
All right, see ya.
All right, see ya.
All right, that was Tesco.
You heard it here.
That was good.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Let's switch over to
what do we got going on now? Some music?
Yeah.